I'm here with Stephen Dick, who is the writer of Faster, Louder, which is the opening play in our autumn season at A Play, A Pie and A Pint. So, hi Stephen. So yeah, our opening play, I think it'd be fair to say it's a comedy.
That's the intention,
yeah. Right? Where's the idea come from? I ain't giving too much away, but yeah.
It actually came from when we were having some drinks with the cast from the last play.
Ah.
So we were sort of drinking, and some of the notes that the cast were getting from that play were "do it faster, do it louder, do it faster, do it louder." And I kept sort of reading that on the notes from Pete and stuff, and I said, "Faster, louder." That seems like that's quite a good title. And I thought, well, faster, louder, it's got to be a farce as well. So basically, as the last play finished, the idea was, alright, I'm going to write a farce called Faster, Louder. And it took about a year to do, or a bit longer than that to do. But yeah, that's where it came from. And then the idea of this story and stuff, I just wanted to sort of make it basically one guy's worst day, the worst day of his life, and I wanted sort of a contemporary way of doing that, so I figured, I won't say any more, but I figured I'll do it this way.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say more, I suppose.
Yeah.
It's an online lie that goes. Well, actually, it's not a lie; it's online. But he says something online that then spirals out of control.
Yeah, so it does take that popular, what you say on Twitter, Facebook, social media can have implications.
Can have real consequences in real life.
Yeah.
Just by putting it on into the sky doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
In real life as well.
Yeah, but it also kind of plays with the ridiculousness of some of those.
Yeah, well, there's the real story of the guy who sent their tweet about the Robin Hood Airport.
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Yeah.
That got to the High Court and all the rest of it. And every time you read the story, you're just going, how ridiculous can this possibly be? Yeah. So, even though this is ridiculous, I think it's still not quite as ridiculous as some things that actually happen.
So.
But that was definitely an influence as well, that something which was clearly a joke could spiral out of control so badly as well.
Yeah.
So that was the plan.
And it does, I think it fits that brief for Faster, and it builds up and builds up and builds up.
It's trying to sort of sustain that energy of a lie, but then there has to be a lot of action that follows on from the lie.
Yeah.
And the characters all came from, well, if you told that lie, then who would that bring in, and who would that bring in? And so that's where you get the law and the journalist and the fans and stuff, and I get the guy he makes the joke about. So that's where I didn't really have any of that before I started. I just had the guy telling the lie, and then those characters sort of built themselves really into the play. And then I just wanted sort of classic farce things of people changing clothes and
mistaken identity
and people pretending to be other people, and people talking at cross purposes, and just try and pack all that into one act. That's the plan, at least.
Yeah, good. And you're working with Pete Collins, who directed the last play that you did for us.
Yeah.
So that's good. You've got the two of you together again.
Yeah, he's great. He sort of gets it, and he's also doesn't let me write too much extra, because in the second draft I always try and shove a lot more jokes in, and he always goes, "Get those jokes out," because they clearly are jokes, and it's just the character suddenly now just doing some jokes.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, okay, fine, we'll get rid of this.
So you found it easier or harder, just different, writing a second play for us, having already written something and seen it all in that space and in front of the audience? Did you find that the experience writing in something else? Yeah.
I found it easier, I think. Well, confidence was there. So you kind of think, well, if I can do this again, there's a good chance I've got a chance of seeing it happening. Whereas the first one, I was just writing it and then throwing it in the air and seeing what might happen. At least you go, right, okay, well, it's happened once, it might happen again. So there wasn't that sort of fear, I suppose. So it was easier to get started and just do it, really.
Yeah.
Harder to try and make it better, or just to try and write something good. It's always hard to try and do that. But the actual process wasn't too tricky, really. I don't think. I got more of an understanding of how to sort of structure the play now, and where it needs to go, and alright, 10 minutes. When I first started, before the first one, I'd always write 10 minutes of a play and then not know
how
to do it. Now I always write a full outline, so I know how it ends. I know, and in fact, I know exactly what happens every moment before you even start writing.
You fill the details. Yeah.
So you don't really get stuck because you know what the play is.
It out.
It's on 2 bits of A4 and you know how it works.
Yeah.
So then it's all just about trying to make the lines work, and I think still we maybe have a little bit of editing to do. I don't know, but we'll see.
That's what getting it in the room's about. Yeah. Have you got other ideas in the pipeline at the minute, or what else have you been up to?
I've been doing a bit of telly with the Commonwealth Games. I was writing some sketches for the Don't Drop the Baton show. I was like stand up and sketches. Been doing some Radio 4 stuff, and I think I'm doing a thing with Rory Brennan at the end of the year, like a review of the year. I do a fair bit with the comedy unit, and they're keeping me busy at the moment, so that's quite nice of them.
Yeah.
And I've got a TV script out there somewhere. Someone's projecting it on some desk somewhere. So and I've sort of got in my head a couple of other ideas that I've not even started, but as the long winters come in,
that'll be when
plans to write another play and maybe another sitcom or something like that. But yeah, because everything I've written up to now is now stopped, so I need to start again.
Start from the new, yeah. Must be good working across different mediums that you can be like, this idea I think would probably work best in this context or this, or is it?
Again, it's just trying to usually choosing ideas where you think it'll actually happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've yet to write the screenplay just because you know what the chances. Whereas, if you write something, if you write a joke, there's a good chance you can get that to someone. Or a sketch, you can find somewhere who's looking for a sketch. Or, it's just dedicating your time to these longer things as well. You know, it can be a bit draining and demoralising if you.
Speculative enough to
I hate writing anything where I know that no one wants it. Even though that's the case for a lot of people, but I pretty much always target what I write for someone, so I know it's going somewhere.
Yeah.
As opposed to just write it and then
into the ether.
Wonder who would want this. Gives me like even writing for this one, you know the space of more as you said.
So and the audience and
you know the limitations, you know, and the strengths of it as well.
Yeah.
And this one's definitely I want to make it extremely theatrical, so it can only be done in the theatre, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because the last one, as part of the prize, they made a little sort of taster tape, and then we took it out to a real artist studio and we filmed it, and it was a TV show. You know, it became a TV show. Whereas this, I don't think could ever become a TV show. It's a theatre piece, and it was written specifically for that.
Yeah.
So next time I'll write something that can become a film. What am I doing? Limiting myself very badly.
Our audiences will love it.
Any screenwriters? Any producers out there? This could easily become a film.
That's what you used to say. Good to see the Hollywood version.
Easily.
Brilliant.